Welcome back to more WWE 2K25 MyGM Extreme Difficulty. Here in Season 2, we are ready to hopefully keep climbing the ladder with Raw Miss Elizabeth as our GM. It's currently third, chasing Paul Heyman and Shawn Michaels with SmackDown and NXT respectively. You see, we're not too far behind. We're about maybe, I don't know, 30,000, 20,000 away from Paul, and then about 50 to 60 behind Shawn Michaels. So it's not the end of the world where we're at currently. We're looking at some of these things here. We told The Rock that we'd put him in a match partnering with Tony D'Angelo within the next 3 weeks, and that falls on this show. So I have already kind of booked out a show here. So I'm actually going to tweak this a little bit because I want to fulfill that promise. I want to fulfill that promise with The Rock and Tony D'Angelo. And you know what we could probably do? We can do Ken Shamrock and The Rock. Not The Rock, Roman Reigns. We can do that. And Ken, actually, I'm going to move him off that mainly because of this. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to go tag team main event. It will be Rock, Tony D'Angelo with two heels or face specialists versus Logan Paul and Roman Reigns. And we can make that work. We'll do that. We'll do a promo spot for Pat McAfee. Actually, you know what? We can just give him the week off. So then we'll do Ken Shamrock. Man, this is tough. Where do I put old Ken? Do I do Ken and Logan Paul in a match together? Do I, or Pat McAfee, excuse me? I don't know what I do here. This is a difficult thing because I don't really have a match to put him in, but I could make best use from him. So he's a 4 on the mic. So I could just get him immediately into something to help us with fans. Costs 15,000 to put him in that, whatever. I mean, I know it's probably not the best use of a Ken Shamrock, but whatever. We'll make do with it and we'll live with it. So then we can do Nikita versus Isla, even though that's not a great matchup in terms of bruiser, but it is a heel face combo. I'm good with it. We'll make it work. So we fulfill this need for The Rock. We got to keep our big stars happy. We do a fill-in match here, a tag championship match because this feud. So I was hoping to rotate these guys off of tag action, but since we haven't fulfilled their whole tag feud, we're gonna have to do that all the way through for SummerSlam. And then we got some other rivalries we're starting to try to get going. So let's book it. $23,500 is the cost for this first show. Triple threat for the women's championship. And Jody Garcia retains in a 3.5-star open, beginning a feud with Fire and Vice. So I'm happy about that. Punk with a call out fail. I don't understand how a guy that's a 5 on the mic, we can't propel the feud forward. That doesn't make sense to me, but here we are. Maybe it's just because we're on extreme difficulty. I don't know. Blair Davenport with the win in this one. Terrible match. Miserable match. Level 1 feud. At least we got something there. All right, tag action now. Chase U retains over the Street Profits in a 3.5-star match, propelling their feud to level 3. Becky Lynch with a little promo spot gives her +4 popularity. That's nice to see. Let's see what the Bruiser heel face combo does here, one-on-one. Isla Dawn with a 2.5 or 1.5-star match. It does begin a feud for them if we want to push that forward. 5.25 thousand fans because of Ken Shamrock. And now it's time for the main event tag action match. And The Rock and Tony D'Angelo get the win. And a 3-star that does begin a tag feud for those 4 participants. So not the best show, but you know what? I'm okay with it. As long as we're keeping people healthy, we're keeping stamina, you know, in a good spot, I think we're fine with this show. So everything's good there. Let's look at other shows here. So NXT with good booking. Always looking for injuries here. Nothing for them. SmackDown had good booking as well. No injuries. A lot of feud growth. A lot of development there. WCW as well with good booking. And not as much feud development for them. They had a few where they didn't really do much. So overall, let's look to see how the ratings are. The Rock and Tony D'Angelo are a good tag. Okay. We only gained 15,100 fans. 15,400 fans for NXT. 12,100 fans for SmackDown. And WCW bringing up the rear there with 5,000. Good Lord, that was a terrible week for them. So we were second this week in terms of fans. That puts us 20,000 behind Paul Heyman and about 50,000 behind Shawn Michaels, as we're 3 weeks away from SummerSlam. We got 3,000 fans. Man. Whatever. It was okay. I was hoping that $10,000 being spent would do better for the promotion getting us fans, but it didn't. Isla Dawn versus Nikita wasn't great. I understand. See, they're saying cruiser versus cruiser. I understand this. And I've read your comments. Y'all say that the classes really don't matter in this year's game. It's the roles that matter. Classes do still matter to some extent, obviously. There's a lot of things. We'll look at this. The next match card we go through, I'll show you kind of some of this stuff. But let's see. What do we got here? You want to... Roman Rock, huh? Roman Rock. That's the thing, apparently. So Roman versus Rock in the next 2 weeks is a promise I am willing to go through with. Looking at these two, we'll get some of these as we get closer. We need to use 5 more power cards against other brands. Book fatal 4-way matches. We'll get there eventually. Spend $400,000 on power cards. We may get that. We may not. Resolve 5 rivalries with a title match. We will get that. And so we can get one. We may struggle to get the season challenges this year. This is going to be something we're going to have to really work towards because we're behind on this a little bit. And some of these are expensive too. Like book 10 Falls Count Anywhere matches, book 10 steel cage matches. That's difficult. And I'm not so sure we're going to hit those marks. I'm going to be completely frank and honest with you guys. So we are 2 weeks away from the go home show. Is there... Okay, let's start booking this thing. So I promised The Rock and Roman match. I still want to do that. So we're going to do that as the main event opener for the IC title. Braun Breaker. And this one right here, I'm going to make a promo. I want to make sure we give as much as we can. I want to give CM Punk days off without fighting in the ring. I want to maintain the stamina in a decent spot. Alba Fire and Lola Vice. It's a fighter combo. Don't love it. I don't love it at all, to be honest with you. I would much rather... Okay, just for the sake of showing you guys this, I'm going to book it this way. So we're going to book this right there. I'm going to book Scarlett and Belair, or not Belair, good Lord, Cargill here. Let's see. Let's do you, Pat McAfee here. And then that's Bruiser. See, I don't love it. I don't love that one bit. We need something for... We can do you two. So Specialist versus Cruiser. I'm going to add a little something just to make it better. Let's look at a call out for the women's tag division here, or the men's tag division here. Let's do... You got the best promo. Let's go with it. And then let's do a charity spot as always with Becky Lynch. That'll be good. We'll do Becky with that charity spot. So we're going to show a little bit here. We're going to see how this works for us. Is there anybody else I would like to put in this match? Maybe make it a fatal 4. No run-ins, please. I could do... This is more curious to me. So this is Fighter, Bruiser, but in a fatal 4-way capacity. That's interesting to me. Is there anybody else I can interject into this? Make it a triple threat, make it some fun. Could put Tony D'Angelo because he doesn't have much going, so I'll do that for fun. All right, let's book it. $30,000 show cost. Opening match. It's a rivalry. It's Jade Cargill versus Scarlett, and Jade Cargill with the win in a 3.5-star open, 4-star rivalry. Excellent. Level 2 rivalry on the first call out. Fatal 4. Here we go. Let's see if this does above a 2-star. 2.5. Okay, so it does grow feud, so that's interesting. Level 3 feud there. Now triple threat action, and Logan Paul gets the win in this one. 2.5 stars, level 4 feud. No growth for the tag development. Okay, let's see what Blair Davenport and Caden Carter does in a tables match. Caden Carter with the dub. 2-star, level 3 feud. And Becky Lynch is going to gain us 6,750 fans. Main event for the IC title. And The Rock is your new Intercontinental Champion in a 4-star match that does nothing for the rivalry. Unfortunately, I was trying to get that going, and now we don't. So next week, we're going to have to spend a lot of time on promos, on call-outs, to try to get that to be something. So let's look at this. So here's what I'm talking about. You see your star values for every single type of thing that can impact the match to make it a 5-star match. So the biggest thing is obviously you're seeing here is popularity. We had a 3.5. Performance was a 2.5, which just means that they're not very high experienced wrestlers. The highest level is going to be Isla Dawn. 13 is her level. So nobody above really anything there. So that's why the wrestling's not as good. Rolls was actually a 5-star, and that's probably because we had 2 bruisers versus 2 fighters mixed paired right there. So that kind of worked out a little bit. Class matchups wasn't great. So Rolls actually, excuse me, correct myself. Rolls is face or heel. That was perfect. Class matchups was where we struggled here. We had a 2.5 star because it was bruiser versus bruiser and face and fighter versus fighter. So I do think that it's still more important to have bruiser versus fighter, cruiser versus giant, specialist versus something that works well. Match top, we didn't get any points there, and we get much for the rivalry either. So I still think class matchups do matter, but people have stated it doesn't matter that much. I don't know the math on that. NXT, nothing major for them, nothing major for SmackDown. They do have amazing booking on SmackDown, however, with a 4-star open and close. So the bookend was good for SmackDown and decent stuff for WCW. So let's see. We had a B match card quality. We gained 19,148 fans. Beat that. 11,000 for NXT and 14,000 for SmackDown. Did we beat WCW? We beat everybody this week. So we beat everybody. We get the sold out card, the limited stock card. We get a To the Moon card as well, which means we can boost somebody's popularity, our least popular superstar, by 15. And now we're just 12,000 behind Paul Heyman. We're slowly creeping up the ladder here. We just need to keep staying pace. All right, we need to keep staying pace. Here we go. Here's the crap. Now the crap's gonna start going. All right, he wants to leave. We do have money saved up, so I'm not gonna let him leave. Stick around. We need you, Dawkins. We need you. All right. She wants a shake up here. As of right now, I'm going into every match now as a fighter. Oh, what is she? So Scarlett Beauregard's a cruiserweight. You're in a feud right now with Cargill, who's a giant. You're going to ruin that feud. You were going to ruin that feud completely. That wasn't part of my plans. So now she's going to be a fighter? Shoot, man. Well, we're going to see. I'm going to keep her around because it is a level 4 feud that I want to fulfill and get all the way through. But that hurts us a little bit here. I'm not going to lie. So now we can afford to do Gorilla. So now we get a level 3 for everything. So we're level 3 for everything. Now we're going to save up for Tier 4 Arena, which is $250,000. And we need 9 assets. So that's the next thing we're saving towards. We're going to buy this Get the Tables card because it's important to us for the future here. Now, the next show is the Go Home show for SummerSlam. We are going to use This Is War on NXT. Shawn Michaels is going to have 5 randomly selected superstars on NXT that won't be able to be booked in the PLE Go Home show. And that's going to be very, very nice for us as well. Is there anybody that we need to worry about for stamina here? So let's look at stamina. Let's go down to the very bottom. We're still in a really good spot. All things considered here, nobody's below 44. I think we can keep that card. We can keep that card. All right, so let's book this thing out. Let's see what we want the main event to be here. I'm gonna go first things first. We're gonna get call outs here. Rock, call out Roman. Roman, call out Rock. Let's get that to be a level 2-star feud. All right, a level 2 feud. You and Alba Fire. I like the idea of the Fatal 4-Way that actually did decent. We can do that as the middle match here. You, Alba, and then was it you and Nikita? That worked out fairly well for us. Stamina's decent, like I mentioned earlier. So, and I don't know if I can do it because of the. We'll see here. Let's go opening You and Braun Breaker. All right, and then actually, you know what? We'll main event with that one. You and Braun, no title, no title. Jody Garcia, you need to get something going here. You need a specialist or a face, like, oof, man. So let's do this. Make it a triple threat. Interject this. We can make that work. All right, and we can also make this a tables match, make it even better. All right, and then let's do men's tag, not TLC, heck no. Men's tag action for the titles. Then you and Alba Fire. And then who needs some love here? Becky Lynch versus Scarlett we'll just do that just to get something going there. We'll do a charity spot here for who can afford it. It's going to be a Cargill charity spot. I'm always trying to do the charity, get the most amount of fans as I can. And then Logan Paul, we'll do a Pat McAfee special there. We'll make it work. I think we're good with this. All right, let's book it. $42,000 show cost. The go home show's next week. Triple threat for the Women's World Championship. And, man, Jody Garcia staying on top here. 3.5-star match. What we need. Level 1 feud. Beautiful. What we wanted. Lola Vice, Alba Fire. Alba Fire with the win in a 3.5-star match. So maybe there is something to this whole, you know, it doesn't matter what your class is. Level 2 feud. Okay. I'm glad we're testing this out together, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing the fruits of the labor pay off here. 4-star match there. That was excellent. 3.75. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad for you there, Jade. All right, let's see what this does. Becky with the win. 2.5-star match. No feud. That's fine. Pat, gain a 6.75. All right, and main event for the no title, actually. No title. Just worried. Oh, Braun gets the dub here. Breaker with a 3.5-star, 4-star feud. Nice. So pretty good show. A very good show. Matter of fact. Curious to see what will be the result of this. Only good booking. Dadgummit. Is that because we didn't have a 4-star open or a 4-star close? That has to be it. That stinks. But this is surprising. Again, this is fighter. But the roles matter a ton. Class matchups was only a 2-star, but that didn't hold us back too badly. I'm okay. Taking note. NXT had good booking. No injuries. A lot of level 4 feuds. So they're gonna be hurting when this card hits them here, and they have 5 of these people taken out of the matches for next week. In your face over there. All right, SmackDown had good booking, no injuries. Amazing booking from WCW from out of nowhere here. Had a 4.5-star finish, or a 4-star finish and a 4-star open. Very good for them. So we gained 24,400 fans. NXT with 13, SmackDown with 11, and WCW probably had a big week, 18,000. We're first place yet again. We get a Vito star card. Let's go. And now we're second place. We've jumped Paul Heyman in SmackDown. We are now 1,000 fans ahead of him, and now just 27,000 fans behind Shawn Michaels and NXT. It's now the PLE Go Home show. Montez Ford's fed up with all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. He wants to leave. I say no. You're not leaving. Stick around. Suck it up. I've got a problem with Dawkins. He spilled my coffee on me this morning. I've had enough crap. I want you to... He wants to be in a match with Dawkins. I can't put you in one right now. You're gonna have to just deal. So he's super happy morale. Now he's just happy morale. We can live with that. So, it's go home show, which means, again, we have to pull it all out. Let's go ahead and use this To the Moon card. And let's use it on... I'll tell you what, man. Let's use this thing on... Let's use it on Logan Paul. Logan Paul, give you some popularity boost there. Vito star card. Can't be used in the last week of the season. I'm going to save this for the next PLE. for the next PLE go home show. I think we're gonna save it. Let's get the table card out. Be ready for the pay-per-view. Okay, so let's get that out now. Now let's book this sucker. This is about to be a big old show. Big show. All right, Braun, Punk in the main event, Roman, Rock in the open. Let's do the men's tag as the mid card. We'll do Cargill. Oh, hold on. I want to save one of these. I'm going to save these two for the PLE. I'm going to save them for the PLE. So we'll do instead you two and that in the mid card. Oops, I'm messing up. All right, and then we can do you and Pat and you and Caden Carter. All right, so there's all our people. Now, what we can do to make this even better is we can make it a triple threat and add a Becky Lynch in there. We can make this a Fatal 4 potentially, and we can add I would add a Jody Garcia, but I want her to stay healthy and I want her to hopefully, not get any worse with the stamina. Is there anybody we would like to make a Fatal 4 here for the men's division? No. All right, so we'll just make that stay as a one-on-one. All right, so the opener, we are going to make it be a Iron Man. I don't like the idea of the Iron Man. We're just going to go with a last man standing. We'll do a morale go down for the losers here. Both these people are happy, so I can live with that. How are you two, though? Both megally happy. That's good. All right, let's do a table match for this then. And then, any call-outs I need to do here? No. So we really can just go crazy with the charity. All right, so we'll do charity. And again, I know there's a lot of money going to be spent here, but we're willing to do it. Willing to do it. Charity. And then we'll go. I would use Jody Garcia. We're about to use a card on her, though, and give her some time off. All right, so 4 charity spots here. It's a lot of money. Let's use this spa card on Jody Garcia. Get her up to 49 stamina, so she'll be ready to go sooner than later. All right, and now I feel confident that this should be a pretty good card. Curious to see if this open really hits it for us. The opening is going to be a little interesting. So $102,000 show cost. We're throwing it all out there. Let's see. Rock Roman for the IC title. And Roman gets it back in a 4.5-star classic. Beautiful. Get 5.25 there. All right, let's see what this 4-star feud does here. And Logan Paul wins the feud in a 3-star match. Not great. Okay, plus 3,000 fans. Triple threat. Let's see what this one does. Triple threat table match. Becky with a win. 5 stars. Completes the feud, and we get a 5-star match there. Did not expect it. 6,000 fans. Fatal 4-way action here. And it's a Isla Dawn win in a 3-star match. Okay. All right. 3,000 fans. Now main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And the last man standing, and Punk retains in a 4.5-star classic, completing their feud. So a very, very, very good card. Yeah, this is about to be tough. A lot of people are going to struggle, I think, to pass us in terms of how the quality we just had. Man, I say that, but look what NXT still was able to do. Even though we hit them with that veto card, it didn't matter, man. What was the match report here? Performance is only a 3-star. Match type sucked. That's probably why. Okay, I'll have to remember that. All right, NXT. They cooked, man. They did a great job. They do have a Wilson injury here, out for 3 weeks. That's fine. Whatever. SmackDown had good booking only. No injuries. WCW had amazing booking as well. And an injury to Theory. 2-week injury. That's not the end of the world. They'll be fine. So, pretty even. We had an A match card quality. We gained 75,000 fans. NXT was 64,000 fans, so 11,000 ahead of them. 37 for SmackDown and 55 for WCW. So we pull off the win in the PLE Go Home show. We're second place behind NXT. We're still making incremental, growth changes week to week to week to week, catching up slowly but surely as we now get ready for SummerSlam. We've been hit with the exhausted card. You son of a gun. Montez Ford is now gassed. That was the card from, was it the Hell in a Cell? Yeah, the last episode. So Montez Ford is now completely destroyed in terms of stamina. That sucks, man. All right, listen, Blair made it full of herself in public. I won't be, whoa. I'm going to give her 2-week suspension. Low morale stars can be bad for brands and images, so pay attention. What? That's new. I don't remember ever seeing that in any prior games. All right, I feel like the fall guy every week at the moment, whatever match I want to win. Okay, so we got some people starting to get upset. You got some people starting to show a little bit of wear in the morale. And, that's not the best. So you don't love to see that. I will buy this card to help select and get our morale up a little bit here. Anything else I want to use for this week? I'm going to do this. Who is red? Anybody red in morale? Let's see here. Can I go by morale? No? Is that not a thing I can go by? Okay, whatever. I'm trying to see who's just upset. It's Blair Davenport's the most upset. Scarlett's right there. Pat McAfee's there. But Scarlett may be a bigger loss because she's a bigger star right now. I'm going to use this on her. Raise morale up. If the game will work for me. Come on. Thank you. So now she's better morale. It's just not great still. Okay. Well, let's book this thing. So it's Fatal 4-Way. We get the Chill Out card, which we already know what this is. This selects an opposing brand next week, a random superstar in the brand, while we have the ring level reduced to 0, which that is bad news bears. We need to make sure that don't happen to us. So we had one match we were going to do this for. This was going to be the tag match, right? Yes. We had a tag match we were going to throw the titles on. Montez Ford, though, unfortunately, is a 0 stamina. So we're going to have to hit him with a pre-match physio to keep him from hopefully getting hurt. Reduce him. Do not let him get hurt, please. This is bad news if it happens, but you know what? We can't really do much about it. We'll make it a quality boost. Oh, yeah. Give me that. And then we'll do... Let's go back to this real quick. Opening for women's Fatal 4. Falls count anywhere. Becky Lynch it is, man. Becky with the win here for us. Men's Fatal 4 Hell in a Cell. Very high stamina cost. So I need somebody with a ton of stamina. I would say The Rock. I'm going to do The Rock. Here's why, because of he's an immortal, and I think that helps a ton. So we're going to have to use a pre-match physio. I can't use it. So we're going to pray The Rock doesn't get hurt in this one. We're going to pray The Rock's okay. And he survives. Oh, my Lord. I don't know how I feel about this. And then we'll do a charity spot with old who needs it? Who needs it? You can do it, Alba Fire. Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. $39,000 show cost. SummerSlam. We get Chill Out cards. And if you look at those superstars there, we have the highest level star tied with Natalya and SmackDown. Let's see. Let's see. Becky, bring it home. Bring it home. Let's go. We get a Chill Out card. There's one 4.5-star match. We'll take that. We'll take that and run. That's big time. Tag match now. Duke and Chase. The Chase U wins. And a 5-star match. No injury either popping up there. So the card works on Montez Ford. 6,000 fans gained as well. Man, you see what I'm seeing here? You see what I'm seeing here? Shayna Baszler, double champ, 91 popularity. Tremendous. Tremendous. But somebody may get hurt here. We got 3 people in the danger zone for NXT. Tegan Nox, Charlotte with the win, and there it is. 2-week injury for Shayna Baszler, 5-week injury to Tegan Nox. That's a hurtful, man. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Here we go. Next match for SmackDown. Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega could potentially both get hurt in this match. And any injuries? No, they get out of harm's way. They survive, and now Dakota Kai is a goner. She's out of here. She's gonna have like a 5-week injury out of this. There ain't no way she's getting out of this without something. There you go. What'd I say? 5-week injury to Dakota Kai. She's out of there for 5 weeks. So she'll be missing some time unless they have some cards. So now we got to pray The Rock doesn't get hurt in this one here. He should be the easy win. Should. I mean, look who he's taking on. If The Rock doesn't win this, oh my God. Ethan Page. Hardly knew him. How does The Rock continually get beat in these situations? I'm beside myself with it. I don't understand it. Whatever. Unfortunately, he didn't get hurt, but now look at the stamina for the great one, The Rock there. I mean, crap. People's champ, the final boss, down to a 13 stamina. That does a lot of good for me. What in the crap? So we gained 144,000 fans. That's excellent. Let's see how NXT did here. 144,000. Yes, we are passing y'all. They're 102,000. SmackDown with 115 and WCW with 104. So don't look now. We get the Vito random card or random superstar card, but we should be on top, and we are. So from a couple episodes down from last to first, we have figured things out slowly as season 2 is looking and shaping out very well. We're doing a good job. Again, trade offers. We didn't do any trades last episode. Let's see if there's, I mean, anybody we're thinking. I'm gonna end my trades. I want to see if anybody has one for us. All right, here we go. So Sean and NXT, they want to offer us this tag team for Pat McAfee and Caden Carter and $84,000 of my own money. What are you? 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5? No, I mean that's trash. That's trash. Not happening. Get out of here with that, Sean. Who are you? SmackDown's got an offer. They want $135,000, and then in return, they will give me Raquel Rodriguez, who is a 2 out of 5 promo. She's already upset. See, these people that have bad morale like this, I feel like they're going to get traded anyways, or they're going to leave anyways soon enough. So I'm not doing it. So Bash at Berlin is next. Let's see what this is here. Our marketing department has new data suggesting they'd love to see a match between CM Punk and Logan Paul. Ooh. Interesting. For the next 5 weeks, any solo contest between those two, including triple threats and fatal forwards, will receive popularity boost. We can make that work. I can certainly make that work. Yeah, Sean. Game recognizes game. Becky says she's not feeling 100% right now. She wants a little bit of time off. For 2 weeks, we can make that work even with promos. We'll make that work. Isla Dawn, she wants to have a partnership. Sorry, I'm not doing it. So now you got to go to neutral morale or something like that. So let's see what the shakeup card's going to be here. We got 2 instants and 1 right here. Let's see the Giants. Time. No. Share the glory. Select a superstar with more than 65 popularity to lose 35 popularity. The rest of your superstars will all gain 5. You don't know if I love that. Let's see. Started from the bottom. Superstars above 65 popularity lose 15 popularity, and 7 random superstars will gain 35 popularity. Let me look at my roster. How many people do we have above 65? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people will drop 15 popularity. And then I'll have 7 others go up 15 popularity. Or I can do this one. Select a superstar, one singular superstar that has 65 popularity will lose 35. And then the rest of my superstars will all gain 5 each. So I can have a sacrificial lamb of sorts here. So I could say, for instance, a Logan Paul could go down 15 popularity and everybody else gets a 5 plus. I'm kind of willing to do that. I think that's the one we're going to do. Share the glory is what we're going to do. And I do think Logan Paul's a good bit, but I'm actually going to go with, I know we used a card on her to make her like a megastar early in the season, but actually, just because Becky's going to be out for some time, 2 weeks off, I'm going to... No, I can't. I'm struggling. we're gonna do it on you. Okay, we're gonna do it on her, on Lola Vice, and see how it works for us. So now she's down to, where is it? 36 popularity. So from the top to the bottom is where she's gone. But everybody else got a +5. So that was a necessary risk. I was willing to take it. We did it. So next episode, we're getting ready. We have a chill out card, by the way, as well. And you know what? We're going to save that. Y'all let me know which brand should we select to use a chill out card on. Should we put it on second place Shawn Michaels in NXT, or should we put it on All in SmackDown, or should we do it over here to Aldis and WCW? Who should we use this card on? Comment it down below. Keep it tuned here for more. Stay safe. God bless to each of you. We'll catch you back in the next one.